Hello Salty Dreamer and welcome back to another episode of Project VAGO. This time we take you with us as we leave the Ionian Sea to sail around the Peloponnese. Here we share with you our straight route from Preveza to Monemvasia, where we stopped, and a couple of learnings about the capes that might be of your interest. Enjoy this video!
Do you hope to catch?
Big fishes. Like that.
I think that VAGO was tired of being trapped in the Ionian Sea for the past 18 years. It was time for all of us to leave winter behind and sow these familiar places, to chase new lands and gain more experience and miles. On day one of our southern voyage, we quickly sailed and motor sailed along the west side of Lefkada. We rounded Cape Lefkadas at sunset exactly when the wind compressed and accelerated. On day 2, we sailed between Ithaca and Kefalonia, to Agia Ephemia and later Sami. The Corinth Canal has never been an option for us. We knew that this would be our route when going to the Aegean. If you're planning to navigate here, this stretch is more about timing than exploring. You go when you can, not when you want, meaning that the wind decides for you. As you can tell, the weather these days was not yet stable. We constantly had lows and highs intertwining and messing our plans from time to time. We took our warmest beanies out and sailed under raindrops and rainbows to Zakynthos, where we docked for one night, ate at a local restaurant, and left in the morning. There's not much I can say except that you have to be aware of people trying to extra charge you here. Just go to the port authority and you'll be fine. We sailed to Kyparissia all day long. At first, conditions were optimal, but during the day the wind picked up and so did the waves. We dosed the sail right before sunset, which, remember, it is always a good idea. Hi Stefan.
Hello.
Where are we today?
We came yesterday late here to Kyparissia. How's the weather?
Very good. Windy and rainy.
That's our neighbor with almost the same boat. So who's cooking? Guess it's Erica!
No, tonight is... I do the ingredients for the crepe and Stefan is gonna make the crepe.
Making big smoke in here.
Yeah, that's a bit the problem. Because when it's rainy,
I
then...
guess you cannot see it on camera, but it's raining!
When the sun shines, it's a lovely city. There's a castle and a beautiful view from above, and the anchorage is full of turtles. From there, we moved down to Pylos. We passed the city and continued to anchor in the natural bay up north, very well protected, and the sunset is also remarkable. Right above the bay stands the old fortress of Neocastro, built by the Ottomans in the 16th century to control the strategic entrance.
Smells so good here.
And even if you're not into history or old stones, take the time to visit this fortress. In spring, this trail is full of flowers, birds, and insects of all kinds. Special flowers.
And it just started to rain.
Yeah, let's go.
Welcome to the house.
You can practically walk all around the walls and have a full panoramic view from above and beyond. I suggest you let yourself travel back in time and imagine this place in its majesty. Looks like we got home right on time before the rain. And on the way I got myself a little bouquet of flowers. Stefan is dead, lying on the bed. It was quite tiring, I would say. On day 14, we left the bay under sail and had lunch on the way. Rumors say that if you plan to anchor or dock right in front of Pylos, you better keep your VHF on channel 12. We've heard of boats getting fined for not reporting their intentions. So yeah, better say hello. Now, the real part of this journey begins, the capes. There are three major ones when going around the Peloponnese: Cape Catacolo, Cape Tainaron, and Cape Maleas. On the way, Metoni appears slowly. This castle has been watching sailors for centuries, and now it's watching us as we fly by.
Where are we, Stefan?
Monemvasia.
No! Metoni!
Ah, Metoni, sorry.
And we're flying like a butterfly, says Stefan.
We had the most beautiful sailing moment since a long time. No waves, perfect wind from the stern, and just a butterfly taking us to the next destination. We did not stop in Metoni. We continued to Acra Acritas, where we anchored a few hours and left at sunrise.
We just stopped for a night to be able to wake up at sunrise and cross to Portocaio. Today is the 7th of April and we are waking up earlier than usual to leave early enough to arrive at a decent time when the wind is not too strong. So the moon is still up there and the sunrise is just baking in the oven. Meanwhile, coffee's on the making.
Like that we arrive at 1 o'clock.
Breakfast with a view.
And speed.
Yeah. How much?
We're going 7 knots downwind.
Wow, 7 knots steady, eh? On our way to the next cape, we enjoyed the view of snowy mountains, and we had wind and no wind, depending on the moment of the day.
We have a problem. Not enough wind and confused waves.
But after lunch, the wind started to accelerate and build up fast. At Cape Tainaron, things got a bit more serious, and we were not in the right spot. We stayed too close to shore and got caught with too much sail up. Wind accelerates here, pushed by the mountains and compressed around the cape. If you can take something from our experience, give yourself space here. We were confronted with a wall of gusts. Took all sails in and motored, and even our Volvo had a hard time moving forward. Our stop for the night, Portocaio. There is not a lot of space, so make sure you arrive at a decent time and that your anchor is holding, because the katabatic winds will test her. It was a strategic stop for us, but not the place where we slept the most. From there, we cruised without stopping, skipped Peloponnese for another time, and surfed all the way across. A piece of advice: don't trust general wind forecasts around capes. Local effects can easily double the wind strength. We were alone at all time except for a few huge tankers. By the time we reached Cape Maleas, we had learned something. So this time we did the opposite. We went wide, very wide. With westerlies, expect big waves, not necessarily dangerous, but tiring and messy. We had peaks of 10.5 knots surfing with the centerboard up. Fun, but also very spicy. At sunset, we arrived in Velanidia. We stayed for a couple of days. Just our boat, few fishermen, cats, and a beach just for us. It was a great place to slow down and relax after the capes, realizing how far we came. And after Velanidia, we went to Monemvasia. On the way, perfect light wind for our Jennaker.
On va où là, Erika?
Monemvasia.
Monemvasia appears in the shadow. It feels like a reward. a rock, a fortress, a medieval village, and one of the most unique stops in Greece. Today it looks like a sculpture, frozen in time. We'll take you and walk you here in the next episode. For now, we wish you fair winds, and this was our way around the Peloponnese. Not always comfortable, but very educational. If you're planning this route, we hope this video can inspire your next voyage. And if you liked this video, click the like button, subscribe, and leave us a comment. Until the next episode, see you out there!